What's going on, guys? It's John here, and today I'm going to be talking about the big news out of Montreal this morning. Jesperi Kotkaniemi is going to be making the team out of training camp. So the 18-year-old, the Montreal Canadiens drafted this past draft, third overall, obviously a big surprise for a lot of people, a big step up in the draft rankings in terms of Kotkaniemi, who probably in a lot of people's minds wasn't going to be drafted top five. So Montreal takes this guy. He comes into training camp, has played most of his games alongside, well, in between Jonathan Drouin and Lehkonen. So basically, the big problem for Montreal, if you guys are not familiar, has always been center depth and the center position. You saw last year, obviously, they tried to fill that spot with Drouin. This year, there's already been some talk with Max Domi filling out that spot. Obviously, Max Domi is suspended right now through a preseason because of the incident with Aaron Ekblad, so you haven't seen much of Domi, but we have seen a lot of Kotkaniemi. Obviously, this is a live video, so get in the live chat, comment what you can. If not, comment afterwards. So what I've seen from Kotkaniemi, obviously the Leafs have played the Habs twice, Kotkaniemi in one of those games. It's one of those things. He's a young guy. He doesn't have a lot of experience. He doesn't have a lot of offensive explosion. He does have 3 points in 5 games. He did score that one nice goal. But I think what Montreal really values, and I think what Montreal's been looking for in a center for a while, is a complete game. I think Kotkaniemi can provide that. I'm not comparing the two players because I definitely think they're quite different. But I look at a situation with Barkov in Florida. Obviously, Florida drafted Barkov. Not a lot of people were actually familiar with the guy. It definitely looked like a little bit of a jump to draft him that early, especially in a guy like, especially when you're coming out of countries like Finland, the Czech Republic, Germany, especially like even an example like Draisaitl and Edmonton. You're never really sure about the players. For Kotkaniemi, he's going to make the team out of training camp for Montreal, and when they did draft him, a lot of people talked, and I'll still vouch for Filip Zadina. I'll still vouch for Quinn Hughes. I still think those players are going to grow into something special, but you never know if it's a bust, so you can't really say anything. And with Kotkaniemi making out of training camp, there can be a lot of debate. That's why I want to hear your comments. Maybe they're rushing him a little bit. Maybe he's not actually ready for the NHL. But at this point, I have liked what I've seen, especially when he played against the Leafs. I think he provides a lot on both sides of the ice, and he's a really smart player. On the one goal, I think it was against the Leafs, where he like a saucer pass on the backhand to Victor Mete, who actually is another player that Habs fans should get excited about. I think Kotkaniemi should get you excited. Of course, Zadina might be that star winger. Quinn Hughes might be a top 1, top 2 defenseman. But when you're looking at center, and I know it's always in my books, it always should be drafting the best guy on the board, but it's a storyline. He's making out of training camp, and he's doing well so far. So until he stops doing well, we have to say Montreal possibly made a good pick. So maybe Bergevin's rushing, maybe Claude Julien's rushing him, but so far I like what I see from this guy. Where will I see him in the lineup? Maybe exactly what it was in preseason. If they want to play their top 2 lines more compact, I guess, because a lot of teams maybe want to spread them out, especially if they're not a great team. But if Montreal wants to compact their top 2 lines, I could definitely see it staying the same with Kotkaniemi, Drouin, and Lehkonen, and then their second line could definitely be like Gallagher, Deneau, and then Max Domi. In the preseason, Gallagher was actually playing a lot of different lines. There was a lot of experimenting, obviously, with Julian because it's a team that hasn't done well. But like I said, if you want to compact your 2 lines, that's probably what it's going to look like. And then in terms of guys like, just to touch on the Habs, Victor Mete and I would say Mike Riley has been really impressive for me so far. So, of course, I think a lot of what Montreal does this season is into the hands of Carey Price. But Jesperi Kotkaniemi is really exciting for you guys, and I'm excited to watch him. Shout out to Sella MW2. Shout out to Dash Hawk. But of course, this was just a quick live video. Just wanted to touch on the fact that Jesperi Kotkaniemi is making it out of training camp to Montreal. So Thank you guys for watching. Just my quick 2 cents on what's happening. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, we're going to be releasing the rest of our previews before the season starts, and then we're going to be doing a whole lot of content throughout the year. So thank you guys. Please subscribe, like the video, and comment your opinions on the Kotkaniemi, making out of training camp to Montreal, and everything else around the NHL. And we'll get back to you real soon. All right, guys. Peace out.